Alright, hello folks, welcome back to another episode of Getting Started with Solidworks. On today's video, we are going to learn how to do a bicycle chain. And in order to do that, let's go as usual here to Chrome. And this is essentially what I'm talking about, or roller chain in other words. But I call it bicycle chain because perhaps I will try to make also a bicycle in later videos, so this is how we would get started. And here the construction of the bicycle chain. I'll put this link in the video afterwards in the description. But in order to get started, we'll go here to File. We'll make a new, and we'll actually begin with an assembly this time instead of a part. And you'll see why in a moment. So we go right now. Yeah, I don't want to do anything. I've been practicing actually before doing this video, because it's actually very hard to do a chain, but hopefully with what I've learned you guys will succeed. So here we're in an assembly, right? If you click in here where you see the design library books and you click in there where it says toolbox, let's click add it now. Give it a second. You'll find all of these folders. Go here to ANSI inch. We'll go to where it says power transmission, where it says chain sprockets. And here you have, like, these are all different chain designs, right? That are available for us to use. So we can click, for instance, in precision roller, right? And this, and here will give you a number of things. So there's one thing about SolidWorks is that it already has imported for you all different types of, like gear designs in here. So there's no need to design them. It's only important to understand what these numbers mean. So if I go here to 35, right, I'll make 35 and I want, I'll leave 36 teeth in here. Then it will probably, I'll click escape. Then I'll probably do the same thing. Just give me one moment. I'll bring one more of these ones, but I'll make it 16 teeth instead of, let's see, still 35. It has to be the same one. I'll make it, there we go, 16 teeth. Yeah, what the hub is like this thing in there, like where the shaft would go through, we'll make it 1/4 inch. We'll leave it there for now. I'll click escape. Now what does that mean? Let's go back to Chrome. We go to Chrome. I have this link that I'll also put in the video description afterwards. And here you go. So what does 35 chain mean? So it's commonly used chain in monopeds, mini bikes, full-size go-karts, whatever. And here you can see some specific specs about them. So you can see that number 35 would say. So now a challenge will be that we're gonna design our chain itself. It's a super easy process really, because the pitch is just the distance from center to center. That's 3/8 of an inch. Then the roller width is just how thick that is supposed to be. Oh, just give me one moment. There we go. Just my mouse just died. Let's go back here. There we go. Yeah, so these are all the specs. So we'll use them in a second, right? So why don't we go ahead and design the chain, and then we'll see what the next step is. So I'll just leave the gears for now and there. Now let's go back to our part in here. So this is what we're gonna do. Let's go here to sketch. It didn't show us a plane, so let's choose the front plane. And let's begin as usual with a construction line. So from that table that we just saw, it said that the pitch, so the distance between center to center, that's 3/8 of an inch. So I'm gonna directly type in here 3/8. That's what we got. Now, if we go back to the table, it said that the roller diameter, so like those, I don't know how to call them, bearings, whatever, that is 3/16. So you'll see in a moment what I'll be doing, but I'll just put I'll just do 2 circles in there. This is just, in my case, I'm just doing the number 35 gear, but feel free to choose any gear of your choice, this method should be similar. Oh yeah, that will do the same in here, so 3/16. And now we'll do an arch in there, but here's a catch, right? We'll click in there, we'll also click in there, and we'll click in tangent. And let's do the same thing over here. Gorgeous. And now we'll mirror this entity around here. All right, gorgeous. And now we can trim the excess, which will be those areas. So I'm gonna trim that, I'll trim that, I'll trim that, and I'll trim that. Now, what we're gonna do is, so this is exactly the roller diameter, so we want that to be slightly bigger. So we'll go here to offset entities, and just by clicking in one, it will make it bigger, but we don't want that to be that big, so we'll go for 0.02. All right, and now we'll eliminate the inner one. Yeah, let's eliminate that. And now let's extrude that by a little bit. Let's also extrude by 0. Let's make 0.01. Let's make it fit actually. So then we got it. Now we'll do a sketch in here. And this is what we're gonna do. We'll do a center line. Again, coming from here, it's gonna be parallel. We'll make it 3/8. That's the pitch. And now, yes, now we can apply directly the real roller diameter. Oh, just give me one moment that my mouse died again. So let me. All right, now I'm back here. So that roller diameter, that was equal to 3/16. The same over here, 3/16. Gorgeous. And now, so let's go back to the table that we have in here. So now that says roller width. So what roller width, it's also 3/16, but you know what we're gonna do? We're actually gonna make it a little bit more. So we'll make it 4/16, which is just a 1/4 inch. You'll see why afterwards, because we wanna give some extra space in there. Because from my experience doing this an hour ago already, it didn't really work with 3/16, so we'll make it a little bit more than that. It's still okay. Extrude, but we're gonna only extrude. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna extrude half of that. So that will be 2/16. So there we go. Why do I say this? Because we're gonna conveniently use the mirror. So we'll click. We're gonna mirror the whole body. We just click just in there. Mirror face is this one, and voila. There we got it. We're still not quite done, because first thing we'll need afterwards to insert a plane that is between this and this. So I'll click in here. Now I'm gonna go here to view, modify, rotate. And you need always two references, so I'm gonna click escape. Now I'll click here. That plane is gonna be right in the middle, so we'll need it afterwards. And so we'll go here, view, modify. Let me just come back in here. Now, one last thing that you guys could have noticed in the chain design that we could see in this website is that we got a pin diameter. So there has to be a pin going through there. And that pin diameter says it's 1/8. So we're gonna go back here. Go here to sketch. There we go. All the way center line that goes all the way like that. And again, always that distance is the pitch. So that was 3/8. And now we'll do two circles that will have a diameter of 1/8. So 1/8. 1/8, and now we will extrude them. And with our friend the arrow, we can just extend that towards the end. There we go, that is enough. And voila, but we're not quite done yet because we want to make this properly. So we'll go where it says, well, material in here, we'll right click in there, edit material. We'll make this out of, let's make it out of aluminium. Let's choose the famous type of aluminium called 6061, I believe, yes. T6, apply. And close. So now it changes color and everything. So we'll leave it there. Now let's let's save this. Save. Yeah, I already have like some done, so I'll call this chain video 1. I'll save this. And now we're gonna do the following thing. We'll save it as another thing as well. So I'm gonna call this chain video 2. You'll see why now this will change automatically, because we're gonna, since we've already done like the hard work in here, we can just use all of this to the following thing. So we can, I'm gonna eliminate that cut extrude. I'm gonna eliminate that as well. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go where it says sketch, and we're gonna edit that. And now I'll change that to the pin diameter, and that was 1/8. I'll make that 1/8. I'll also make that 1/8. I'll exit that, and then I'll edit the boss extrude because this has to be a little bit wider because it has to accommodate also for those two walls. So this is what I'm gonna do. Let's edit in here. So we're gonna make that be plus 0.01 because that's the wall thickness in there. So that's slightly a little bit. And then we're gonna also extrude on the other direction by 0.02. Let's see how that looks like. So you know it's a nice design there. So let's file, save that. All right. So now we got the main parts of the chain. So here's the next step. We'll go back here to the website. Now we need to know what's the distance between both gears, right? And to do that, I found this spectacular website that does the work for us. So what's the chain pitch? The chain pitch is 3/8, which is 0.375. Yeah, no, I'm gonna use the bottom one actually. Because I want to also know the number of links, because you'll see why in a second. So drive pocket, which is the big one, that was 36. Then the small one has 16 teeth. And then in here, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do trial and error. There's probably a mathematical way of doing this, but we're gonna do trial and error until the number of links is just like a whole number. Because for instance, if I make the center distance between both gears be, I don't know, 15, let's make it 12 inches, right? You'll see that we'll need 90.31 links, but what if I make it 11.5? How many links will we need? Let's see if I can make it back to 90. All right, so let's try 98. No, that was too big. What about 97? That is still too big. What about 94? That is okay. 94.5. That is too big. What about the... We might even need 38 there. About 39. Oh, let me put a... Let's put a 8. Oh, it doesn't allow us to put an 8. Hmm. Interesting. Well, as you can see, that is good enough in there. So we got like, it's gonna be like 89.99, which is quite okay. So 90 links, and the length between each center is gonna be that thing. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and copy that number. Well, not really. No, that is the length of the chain. We're gonna copy this number really. So 11.939. So we're gonna go here to File, New. So first we're gonna do a gear holder. So it's gonna be an easy design. We'll go here to Front. Let's see whether we can do this. Center line. So we'll just paste our number there. And essentially, you remember that we have those 1/4 inch, shafts that go through there. So we'll just make that be. Well, not quite now. It might be useful is first we have, something like this, so a stretch slot that we go from there to there. I'll make it just big enough, so let's make that be 0.6. And now what we can do is the following thing. We can do a circle in there and another circle in there. And we'll make that be that actually, yeah, that is okay. So 125. Yeah, perhaps this is too big. I might make it. Let's define the distance in there. Let's make that be 0.5. Yeah, we kind of won't need those still, but it's okay because you know what we're gonna do? We'll extrude this area like that. Yeah, let's give that a 125, just like that. And then we're gonna do a sketch in here. Sketch. Here's what we can do. We can do a circle that goes all the way to the, well, we'll do a circle there. And then just do another center line that goes all the way up to that center. So as you can see, the length of that line is exactly what we want. We'll make our circles there again. Let's define them to be 1/4 inch. And now when we're gonna extrude them, we'll just extrude them in 2 directions. So we'll make one direction be 0.5, that's what we want, and then in the other direction we'll just make it be, so it would cover that area that we initially extruded. And I'll save this as the, yeah, as you can see I already have a holder from my previous practice, so I'll call this holder number 2. All right, then, so we have that. Now there's one last thing that we need to do. We'll go to File, New part. So now we actually want to know what's what's gonna be the exact path that the chain will follow. So let's go back here. Let's go here to Front. So to do that, we're gonna create a polygon. You'll see why in a second. I will make this polygon have 36 sides because that's as many, as many teeth that our gear initially had. We'll make it a for construction, so we'll leave it there. And then we'll define the length, like the side length of that polygon to be the same as our pitch. So that's 3/8. So we'll leave our polygon in there. Then with our center line, we're gonna make it like that. And then remember our center to center line from before. That's what we're gonna use. So we'll just paste in there our 11.939. Oh, gorgeous. That seems reasonable. And then we're gonna do another polygon in here. This time with 16 sides. We'll make it also for construction, and then we'll make the side length be also our pitch from before. So that is 3/8. So now's where the fun begins. So we're gonna draw a circle that goes from here to there, and then we'll draw a circle that goes from here to there. And now we're gonna draw a line. We'll click in there. We just, oh no, I don't. We can. I just want to make my line. I do not know why it chooses that point, but well, it doesn't matter. I'll just leave it there. You know what? Because what we'll do with the line is gonna be simple. What? Oh no, that is not okay. Well, it could be because we're gonna click in this line. We're gonna click in there, and let's see if we can make that tangent. No, it won't because it's not lying where it needs to be. No, I'll just choose those points in there. Let's make our life simple. I thought I could. Perhaps it makes us some trouble. Alright, I'll just leave it there. And here's what we'll do. We'll click on the line. We'll click in there. And now, yeah, let's make that tangent. Gorgeous. And let's click in the line. Oh, let's click in that line. Let's click in there. Oh no. One moment. There we go. And let's make that tangent. Huh. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to choose the points themselves. Let's try it one more time. Let's see. There we go. I'll choose that and that. All right, let's make that tangent. All right, and let's see. Can we do the same? Oh, where is it? Oh, it actually did select that point. Can we do the same thing in here? Oh, it's already been done. All right, I'll just click it anyways. So we got that line in there. Now we'll do a mirror of that line around, because it has to be tangent. That's otherwise this thing won't work. Solidworks will complain. I learned it the hard way. You guys already have my advice. Now we're gonna trim. We go here to sketch, trim. Always trim to close. Now we're gonna trim the excess circle that we have. Yeah, it doesn't matter. And let's trim. We just want the only things that we want to leave are the black lines that make part of our. There we go. That, boom, and we got a tiny one in there. You need to be patient. Of course, the more teeth that you use, the more that you'll need to trim. But if you do this properly, it will work. So that is what matters. The first time I actually did this thing, I did wrongly the chain. So it's important that those numbers that appear on the website, you follow them well, because otherwise this thing won't work. Just click there. There we go. So you'll see that has been done. We'll click OK, and now we'll save this as, I called mine guide, so I'll call it also guide 2 as well. So now with all of this being done, we'll go back to, no, not really to Chrome, we'll go back to our first assembly. So here's what we will do. We'll go here to assembly, we'll insert components, and we'll insert our holder first. I'll leave the holder there. Now we'll do a couple of mates. So I'll mate that edge and this area over there. Oh, that's convenient. Yeah, I'll make that concentric. Yeah, why not? Let's make that and that. Let's see. Very well. Now we'll make that thing and this thing in there. We'll make it concentric, and we'll make that and that, so that will be completely flat in there. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna do something else. I will eliminate that coincident. I will eliminate because we'll view modify. It might interfere with our chain afterwards, so we will go to mate. We just want to make sure I was recording this video, otherwise that would be a problem. Just want to have it on that face. And we'll do the same thing over here. We'll make those two faces coincide. Now a sanity check. Let's just make sure that this actually moves around. Oh, it is fixed. Interesting. But I don't want to fix this in space. You know how we can unfix that? If we delete that item, will this one be fixed? Huh. Here's what we'll do. We'll actually eliminate this. So that one will be fixed. Well, it can still move, but now what we're gonna do is we'll just insert them again. It doesn't matter. Well, it should be a quick thing. So that one was already done. I know. I'll just leave it there. Yeah, 35, 36. Good. And it one. I don't want a second one. Now we'll do the same thing. We'll bring that one. We'll just make this one a 3060. Okay. Good. Now we'll do the same thing. So let's here back to made. Let's make that concentric. And those two guys, I want them to be coincident. Same thing here. Let's make that be concentric. And then this guy and that guy, we want them to be coincident. All right, now let's just make sure this spins. Oh, might be good. Let's see how can we fix this thing. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. You just right click in there, it literally says fix. All right, both of these move. That's a good thing. Now we're gonna do one thing in here. We're actually gonna create a plane. You'll see why in a second. So we're here to assemble, I believe in sketch, no, actually in assembly, reference geometry, plane. I'll click this reference and then, but I want this plane to be actually halfway through the gear. So yeah, we'll click in that point. I will click OK. I will just leave our plane number 1 over there. Why did I do this? Because now we'll go to insert components and the next thing we'll insert is our guide. Our guide will need to rotate that. So let's see how can we do that. So that will be around the y-axis by 90 degrees. There we go. We'll just leave it there. So now we'll mate this guy and the plane 1 because plane 1 is exactly in the middle, so we want them to be coincident. And then what we'll do is, if you remember, there's that dashed circle inside, so we can find it. All right, we'll click in that one and we click in that circle in there. All right, just any one of those arches, and we'll make them concentric, of course. And we'll do the same thing over here. We will click, oh, for a moment, we'll click in there, we'll click in there, and we'll make it concentric. Okay. Alright, so now we got our guide curve in there. Now the only thing that remains is to insert our chain. So we got this chain in there. I'll leave it in there, and then we got, you know what? Let's actually rotate that. So rotate component about the y-axis by 90 degrees. I will leave it there. Now we actually need to browse for chain video 1, otherwise this won't work. Alright. And now let's, rotate component by 90 degrees. There we go. Alright, so now let's make the chain. So we'll go here to linear component pattern and we'll click in here chain component pattern. Now pay attention, we'll click in there, it says connected, and then the chain path, that's gonna be our guide sketch, so we'll click sketch 1. Okay, we'll just click fill path. Then you see how it actually goes, like roughly by the middle of that gear. Then chain group, that's gonna be either one of these two, so I'll click this one, and then you'll need to click in this face. There we go. Then you'll click in the other face, and then it's asking for the plane there. That's why we created the initial plane earlier, and then we want another chain group. Oh, that's interesting. Well, we'll take a look at that in a moment, why it's doing that. We'll click there, we'll click there. What if I choose that plane instead? Will it allow me? I need to choose. Interesting. All right, I'm back. So I think I managed to solve the problem. So essentially what we had to do was do the whole assembly again, but bringing this piece from the very beginning. That is fundamental that we follow the order. So we bring the holder first, and then the two gears, and then the guide, then the chain link. So this is the result, but you haven't seen it really how I've done it. So it appears there. I'm gonna eliminate that. So I'll click here, delete. I will do it again. We have our two pieces. Yeah, I mean, after, don't worry if they're not aligned in there. It's just that like mine, now they are. So we'll do the following. Oh, no, this wasn't working properly. We'll do the following thing. We'll go here to linear component again, chain. We'll click in there, and then we'll do step by step. So in chain path, we'll choose our sketch, right? Then we can click fill path, but we already know that the answer is 90. So that's we calculated to be like that. Oh, here it says chain group number 1, and I'm gonna choose this guy, and then it might actually be a little convenient. We're gonna do view modify. Let me see one thing. So I wanna click escape 1 second. There we go. Oh no, let me just. I want to move this piece away, otherwise I don't see a thing. Now, yes, now we can do it again. So let's go here, assembly, chain, as usual, our sketch in there. I already know it by heart which one it is. Oh, here 90. Now we'll do this thing, which is this guy, then this guy, then that guy, and then this is chain view number 2. So click that plane. So you'll see that now, yes, now it's actually working. It looks a little bit off now, but we'll solve it soon. Oh, hold on 1 second, because I didn't choose that option. You guys see? Oh, there we go. Now it's gonna work. Oh, beautiful. And we still have our other component. We'll choose this guy, and we'll choose that face, and for the path alignment, let's go all the way down. We'll choose our plane number 3, and just give it a second. There we go. Beautiful. I'll just click OK. Well, there you got our chain, but you'll see it's not quite aligned. So first I'm gonna move a little bit. There we go. The gear. That seems reasonable. Now I'm gonna go here, view, modify pan. I'll do the same thing over here. I'll move our gear a tiny bit. Yeah, that seems reasonable. All right, and you see that because we gave it some extra space, now that it's not actually penetrating the actual gear. Looks quite okay, our design. I like it. And now where it says feature assembly, assembly features, right? Well, here in belt and chain, what we're gonna do is we'll click in, not in the face really. We'll click. You see that edge in there? Let's see what allows us to set. There we go. And we'll click. So what we're doing here is that it will allow us to have these two rotate at the same time, which is what we want. Oh, click in there. Gorgeous. So now, yeah, let's click OK. But now we are not done yet. Here's how we're gonna finish. We're gonna here go to view, modify, rotate. Here's what we'll do. We're gonna do a last final mate, and this mate will be the following one. We'll do it there. We'll go here to mate. Let me just zoom out a bit, otherwise I don't see a thing. There we go. We'll go here to mechanical, to gear. We will essentially choose this, yeah, that side that you see there, and that face. See, there we go, gorgeous. Oh, there we go. And yeah, it will create a ratio for you, doesn't matter. Let's click out. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if this works. So, view, modify, rotate. So, I'm gonna click escape. So, let's move this thing. Oh. One moment. Oh, it was just lagging a little bit. You know what? Let me just let me hide those lines, those sketches really. The way, there we go. Now this boy should work. Let's click on the chain. If we had like some sort of like handle there, we would be able to see the movement better. Let's just move it like that. Oh no, you know what? This is how we'll do it. I'm gonna use one of these teeth. There we go. Let's see. Well, you believe me, it works. Here you go. This is a chain. I hope you like it, and definitely I think you should have now the knowledge to make a bicycle out of this. This is by far the hardest piece that you can have. Well, until next time, bye bye.